A happy Sunday. Happy full moon eclipse. How's everybody feeling today? Guys, I'm offering $20 mini reads. Okay, if you would like to be put on the list, just let me know. Okay, we're gonna tap in, get a prayer. Okay, so it's the full moon eclipse in Pisces today. Okay, y'all. Occurring in the Virgo Pisces accent here. The astrological event, sometimes called the blood moon, brings in potent energy for emotional release, spiritual growth, and potential for big revelations and feelings. It is also a powerful time for reflecting on health, daily routines, and balance of giving and receiving in relationships, according to your current astrologers. Okay. Hey, y'all, what's going on? So y'all know I have been talking about, Virgo is like focusing on your health, organization, daily routine, self-care, and being a service to others. Okay. But also putting boundaries up with this. The Pisces theme here is focusing on dreams, subconscious messages, spiritual growth, and letting go of illusions and the past wounds. Okay, emotional releases as well, spiritual awakenings, mind, body, and connection. A time for balance. Okay, and if you've already been doing this work, you're probably sitting in a very, very Jewish energy and saying, VG, I've already done my work. Okay, I got everything balanced out. Everything is in order in my life. Um, yes, because you've already released a lot of things that was necessary. Okay, it's going to be very, very significant. And yeah, Five of Wands is in reverse because you're not fighting with people. Okay, this third party is in reverse here. The total lunar eclipse. This is a rare and powerful event that often uh, signals significant endings and beginnings. Okay, tell me about not fighting with this third party here. Yeah, because see, somebody's Wheel of Fortune is in reverse collective, okay? And you're getting justice in a situation. Somebody can't Nine of Swords you. They can't be the sneaky either. Yeah, that game is over with. That's right, Miss Deborah. Pay attention. Just keep having strength, okay? Yeah, not falling for the illusions. There's an offer coming through here. Okay. Yes, somebody's not celebrating. Nine of Cups in reverse. Yeah, because somebody's telling lies here, y'all, with this Ace of Swords in reverse. hmm It's like every time somebody comes in and tries to. Okay. Y'all, sometimes justice is slow to come. Let me tell you something. And you get real irritated because the same people that backstabbed, betrayed you, and done things and orchestrated certain things, you'll see them and they'll be like celebrating and now, popping bottles and rolling around, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, what, baby, if you want to do a $20 mini read, we can. Um, but then I need you to look at the other aspect of that, right? If they're out popping bottles and drinking, that's a coping mechanism. It looks like a celebration, right? It looks like they got everything in order and together. But let me tell y'all something. That's a coping mechanism because there is something going on here and they can't face it, right? Yeah, Danielle, I got you, baby. We can dig into the energy and see what's happening for you. But I need y'all to look at the other side of the spectrum. What's going on after that celebration is over? Look past what's going on in the matrix and look because there is something here that somebody can't cope with, they can't deal with, right? And it's driving them insane. So the only thing they can do is go put on their high end outfits and go and buy the best bottles. Because what else do they? I mean, they already know. But y'all, can I tell y'all something? Some of these people's days are numbered. Cause see where they're headed. You ain't gonna need them fancy clothes, them expensive bottles of liquor. You gonna be going to the prison kitchen asking somebody to make you some liquor, okay? Because they not finna play with you. See, that's what I'm saying, right? So it is what it is. Exactly. Exactly. And that's what this energy's giving. They look like they celebrating and they got this going on, they got that going on. But collective, while you've been over here working on your priorities, getting your shit in order, and making sure your health is good because you're not dumping that poison down your mouth. You're not over here, whatever coping mechanism they have, you don't have that. Be thankful that you ain't on somebody's t-shirt. Be thankful that you ain't in somebody's doctor's office. They telling you, you know what I'm saying? That but because of all the overindulging and all of this stuff, right? Something's going on. Hey babies. Confirmation. 4422. I got 44 people in here. That's big justice coming through. And sometimes justice and y'all, it just comes in mysterious type of ways, right? And I'll be sitting back and I'm like, wow. Cause see, at the end of the day, when you really really start seeing through people, you start seeing through that facade. You said you're 23. That's a five. A lot of changes in your life. But y'all see what I'm saying? And it's like they have been getting along with this for so long. This is a routine for them. Okay. Um, y'all, last night I seen a gentleman that I grew up with, and I hadn't seen him in 20 plus years, maybe even 30, literally. Um, and y'all know what this man's face gave me, his energy gave me. I am so tired. I'm so tired. He looked like he was just like over whatever situation or whatever was going on in his life. And You could just see it. Because there's things that it's just like, this is not worth it. Like, this is not worth my time anymore. I'm not happy. People don't understand that their energy introduces them before their mouth can say anything. Hold on one second, y'all. Oh. Hi, come here. Oh. No, no, no. No. Darling. All right, what's for dinner? I don't know yet. Hi. I did. I just brought you that. Here's your sweets and here's your. Do you have like a white blanket? I didn't bring her. Yeah. Can I come back? Yeah, of course. I forgot it. Or I'll have my husband come down there. I'm going back. I'm going back. Okay. Thank you. Come on now, move out of the way. Come on, move. Move. Oh. I need you to get out of the way, sir. Daddy's already took you for a walk, okay? All right, y'all. Sorry about that. Our housekeepers are amazing. Yeah, it's yeah, y'all. Please don't let people fool you, okay? Because they can put on a show, whatever the case may be, but be completely lost, dead inside. Mm. What are you doing over there? Okay. All right, Spirit, tell me about this Wheel of Fortune in reverse, not fighting with this third party and bringing justice to him. Also, I'm getting you're not feeding this entity that's attached to somebody. Okay, that's another thing I need y'all to pay attention to. Some of these people that's overindulging and, lying, gossip, sex, drugs, whatever it is, they have some kind of entity attached to them, and this entity needs to be fed, and you're not feeding it, okay? You are not feeding this entity. And somebody can't move the calmer waters. Look, y'all can't make it up. They're acting like they have peace, but they're over here doing magic. Okay. Foundation in reverse. Trying to breadcrumb everybody. Trying to keep everybody from walking away from them. And trying to keep from these changes happening, but it's not. Ace of Pentacles here. Ten of Swords. Somebody here is getting all 10 swords thrown back at them, and you could have a financial blessing coming in. Okay. Because why? Because collectively you done the work. Y'all, Hercules he was catching the cards. There can't be no interference here. Seven of Wands in reverse, and somebody's fighting their damn self, or they're fighting this third party over here that they're dealing with. Show me about this energy here, Spirit. This Emperor in reverse with this false ass cup. Somebody could be fighting with a father figure, or a baby's father, or a boss. Very interesting. There are some fatalities between this situation with these people. Group conflict. Somebody's waking up to something. I heard when it's too late. Uh-huh. Okay, so let's explain how you feed the entity. Say you got this emperor and whoever's fighting with this emperor, right? When you argue with somebody, you're giving it your energy. That back and forth, texting back and forth, whatever, you're giving it your energy, right? Or say you call and you're venting to your best friend. Okay? And this is all that's being talked about was what this person doing and blah 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 blah. Okay? That's feeding the energy. Okay? That's feeding that entity. So what you're doing is you keep giving it life, right? So whenever you don't mention the name, you pull back from the energy, you block them, you starve it, right? Okay, Mary, I got you guys. We gonna go over all that. But yeah, you see what I'm saying? Like, it's really, really important not to feed whatever this energy is. Yeah, that's what it is, y'all. Okay, so like that's why I be telling y'all block them. You want to get somebody out of your energy, block their ass. That's it. That's all you have to do. Block them. Don't entertain that ignorance, because that's what it is. Because okay, that's just like bullying online. I know y'all see in my comment section. Somebody always tick, 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 tick. Do y'all see me coming down there and fighting with them? Do y'all see? I ain't doing none of that. I don't have the energy to. I am not feeding into none of that. Period. Because collective, I'm too busy. Right? I'm too busy. I got shit to do, and that's not one of the things. Because whatever I put my energy into is gonna grow. So if I'm fighting with these karmics in my comment section, because they have a different belief system where I shouldn't do this or blah blah blah, and they crying and whining like Hercules. It's easier just to push the block button and move the fuck on, because who's finna go and fight all these people on the internet? Because I'm not. Folks be fighting for their life, child. I'm fixing to delete and block your ass. I don't give a shit. Because 9 times out of 10, it's either somebody that you don't know, or it's somebody that you do know. They're just behind a fake account because they're pussy and they don't want to show their face, right? And it's like, you're all weird and shit. What are you doing? Like, and see, y'all, that's why I always say, a lot of times you'll see that us spiritualists and readers are picking up on somebody going fucking vato loco. Okay? And they don't know what to do, because they can't come and they can't watch you no more, because guess what? You just shut the fucking energy down. He was like, okay, you gotta go. Right? With this full moon in Virgos, Pisces, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Write down that letter. I need you to write that release letter of everything that you want to release. Okay? And that's really, really important. Write down all the emotional shit that you need to release. Okay? And let that shit go. Burn it. Roll it away from you. Burn it. Let it go. Okay? But yeah, that's really, really important. Collective, don't sit there and worry about what people think about you. Can I tell y'all something? The other day, a family member told me exactly how they felt about me. And I ain't gonna lie, it hurt my feelings. But at the same time, it showed me exactly who this person was, because I told this person no. So in return, what you done was took that knife and you just wanted to stab me like this. Okay? So it's like, now what this is about is because I told you no, because I chose myself. And now you're mad, so now you want to come back and you want to stab me and you want to say certain things. You know what I'm saying? And y'all, also I look at the their current situation. Why you over here trying to take and throw jabs at me? What's your current situation look like? And I'm just sitting here and I'm shaking my head and I'm like, well, motherfucker, I've been trying to help your ass and you don't want no help. I could give you 15,000 keys or tools to put in your backpack, and you still gonna choose Karmic City. So get the fuck out of my face. I don't give a fuck what you gotta say. Okay? Do y'all see what I'm saying? Because sometimes people don't want to be a part of their rescue. A lot of times, you will have motherfuckers sit in their trauma and they will use it. Poor pitiful me. They're the victim. Oh my gosh, this happened to me. And I guess what? And you know what? A lot's happened to everybody. But you know what? We had to get the fuck up. We had to get up and we had to do it. Right? Something about this. Stop bitching and complaining if you don't want to be a part of fucking change. Right? Simple as that. Yeah. This shit's fucking wild. It's like, what are you doing? That's like me coming out here and saying, collective, I just wish that I could, um, get this, put this bottle down. Guess what y'all gonna say to me? Well, go put your ass in rehab. Go to the damn doctor and tell them that you need something to stop alcohol. I'm not gonna come out here and keep on bitching and complaining about a problem that I'm not willing to face and look at. I don't know who I'm talking to today. Do you have that same person that always comes back and they always got the same fucking problem? And it's like, well, listen, friend, okay? What you need to do is eliminate the people, places, and things that you're dealing with and do and move the fuck on. If you know that you hate where you live, why do you keep going back there? Why ain't you looking for a place? If you know that you hate your job, why are you still there? This is the type of energy that we're in, and what you're looking at is like, how does this make me feel? Well, if it don't fucking make you feel good, give them that fucking pink slip and get the fuck on somewhere. They gotta go, collective, okay? That's it, that's all. Alright, let's talk about it. Let's see what's going on with this Emperor in reverse. But yeah, y'all, it's time. It's time to... Everybody be wondering why I'm living in my best life and I'm peaceful. Because first of all, I don't give a fuck what nobody thinks. They can talk about me. They can say what they want to. They can do this. They can do that. But y'all know what? I don't. It's not paying my bills, and it does not. I don't give two fucks about it. Okay. Because the thing about it is, for it to hurt me, first I have to care, and I don't. I stopped caring what people thought a long time ago, and it is what it is. And that's like whenever I click this live on, somebody's like, I've heard somebody. Well, why didn't you do something with yourself? Because you didn't come on here to look at me. You come on here to get the fucking message. That's why. And I've been on the road for the past 5 fucking days. And guess what? She's tired. She been sleeping. Yeah, and now it's Sunday. Now it's time to get ready for Monday because we got to work, okay? You didn't come out here for how VG looked, okay? You come here for the fucking message. That's another thing. People got to quit worrying about that shit. Yeah. Hell yeah, it is. And it's like, quit giving all of that so much weight, like, in your life, okay? I don't care if you don't like my outfit. I don't care if you don't like my hair. I don't care if you don't like my glasses. I don't care you point out the fact I got 3 fucking nails missing. If you're so stressed out about them, okay, well, listen. Book me a hair appointment, okay? And I need you to pay for my 3 nails, okay? And they need to fill in, okay? And buy your bitch a new wardrobe. Since you're so stressed out about how I look, okay? What, do you want to invest me in some new glasses? Listen, do that. Since it's got you so stressed out about how I look. Somebody don't like, collective, that you walk around like this. Because you are comfortable in your own skin. It's not, it ain't about them. It's about you. How you feeling today? Thank you. I appreciate that. But it's just, people like to come in and pick people apart. See, I'm not the one to pick apart because that's how you feel about yourself. How many days has it been since you had a shower? How many days has it been since you got up out of that nasty ass room and changed them dirty ass sheets that your dirty ass is sleeping on? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how you feel about yourself. When was the last time that you had a haircut? When was the last time that you went to the nail shop and done something for yourself? Maybe all the things that you judging about me, you need to be doing for your damn self, okay? At least I do it. Uh-huh. Yeah, that's like people wearing me out about my hair. Mm-hmm. Y'all know my own son, he told me, he said, Mom, you look like somebody's lesbian wife. He said, ain't no man gonna want you. Well, first of all, I'm a happily married woman. I'm not worried about what other men want. And second of all, I didn't ask your permission to go cut my hair like this and dye it like this. Now, this is what I got from that is how do you even fix your mouth to say that to your own mother? A very disrespectful, ungrateful kind of child. Yeah. And see, y'all, that's why whenever y'all tell me the things that y'all are dealing with, y'all, they come out of my own child's mouth. And then they run around playing victim and wonder why I don't fuck with them. How do you even say some things like that? But then in the same breath, when I ask you for something, that's the whole reason that you mad from the beginning, right? Ah, okay. People, y'all, it's an ugly situation. It really is with people. But I guarantee you, if I hit the line and said, "Hey, I need $5 for gas," couldn't get it. But now, whenever it's vice versa, I better make sure that I have it there because if I don't, I'm gonna pay the consequences. So y'all, you're not the only ones that's eclipsing things out of your life. I'm eclipsing things like that out of my life, right? And it's so sad because you will get punished if you don't do what they want you to do. But they don't have to do a fucking thing for you. Go on and don't get it twisted, okay? Confirmation. And y'all, that's the kind of people that needs to get the fuck up from your table and you don't need to deal with. Because if we can't reciprocate the energy and be there for one another, friend, lover, friends, whatever it is, okay? Family, then what are we doing? What are we doing? And it's just like I get abused. I get abused whenever I don't do what people want me to do. It's a constant cycle in the spiritual community, through my family, through friends, through business. I get abused all the time because I don't want to do what people want me to do. And then I just move forward and they get mad and then they want to feel some type of way. Okay, my no is a no. I'm tired of always taking the blunt end of everything. I'm tired of it. Like, if I tell you that I can't right now, respect that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Respect it. Well, don't get mad. Put yourself in my position. I communicate with millions of people every single day. I work 7 days a week. Sometimes it's okay for me to do what I need to do. And I noticed whenever I started choosing me collective and started doing stuff I wanted to do for myself, that's whenever the problem come in. Yeah. And I'm probably speaking multiple um spiritualist stories right now, and that's how they feel. We're tired of being abused by family, friends, clients, business, everything, like the job, everybody. Because we're always just giving and giving and giving and giving, and nobody wants to give back to us at all. They act like it's a problem, and it's like, but we are in demand. We are demanded to give back. And it's like, y'all, sometimes I look at my comment section and I'm disgusted because of what I see. Do you know what I see? Bitching, complaining. It ain't good enough. Then I have my group that comes in there and says, "Thank you, VG. We greatly appreciate you sharing your gift, being here. You know what I'm saying, doing what you do." But then you got them ones every time that I always try to find something wrong. Well, listen, to the ones that you always find something wrong, go start your own platform and call me in 6 months and tell me how you feeling. Okay, that's my advice to y'all. Go start your own platform within 6 months and tell me how you feel. I always give them to God. I have to. Because I have to move on, because I have an assignment collective, and I can't focus on how this group of people feels, or how my family feels because they don't like what I do, or they're mad because I say no, because I'm choosing myself, whatever the case. I don't. That's a them problem, not a me problem, right? I have an assignment to do, and I'm here to help people who want the help. There was just somebody coming here and said, "Hey, can you tell us what we need to be doing on the full moon?" I love that right there, because that's what I'm here for, is to guide you. I am a guide. I'm here to really help you dig in, get yourself together. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. But for the ones who you just want to nitpick and everything else, just do yourself a favor and just go find somebody else to play with, okay? Because you're not going to see the channel, because I'm going to keep blocking people. I'm not going to keep entertaining and watching the shit and watching you bitch and complain about something. You don't even know how to do this on this back end. That's what's so crazy. Is I could give you the shoes, but you still wouldn't they wouldn't fit you, right? Everybody got their own craft, everybody has their own assignment. Go find it, right? And it's like, but appreciate the people that's doing what they do, because y'all, listen, energy work is hard. It ain't the content creating. It ain't that easy. Y'all know how many fucking rules we gotta follow? Bitch, we walking on a tight line. You know what I'm saying? We walking on a super tight line. We can't say this. We can't do that. We can't have this in the background. We can't have this playing in the background. Yeah, we can't. There's a whole lot of shit that we can't. You know what I'm saying? That's why I laugh whenever I heard somebody say something about my purple wall. You stressed out about there ain't nothing in that background, ain't you? That you what y'all see what I'm saying? It be those people for me. It's like the audacity is fucking for free. Who is giving it away, Mary? Okay, I'm trying to figure it out. Who the fuck is giving the fucking audacity away? Sis, what you say? A whole lot of audacity out here. Who's giving it away? Because we need to go confront that person and say, listen, you need to close down shop, okay? Because a lot of people don't understand what the collective's been through, okay? First and foremost. And, you got some people that don't know how to balance their emotions at that moment in time. So you might find yourself on the other end of an ass whooping that was supposed to be given to somebody else on that bright day. Y'all see what I'm saying? But nobody wants to listen. They always want us to keep giving and giving and giving, or they want to sit back and judge, what you are building. You wasn't in the gym shooting. You wasn't over here in the office working early morning, late nights. Um, have you ever worked so much that you and your partner kind of pass each other because your partner's so tired or you're so tired? That's mine and my husband's schedule. We stay in the same little area, but we're passing each other, right? So we have to make that time for each other, because his job's very demanding and so is mine. Because guess what? Actually, we don't have jobs. We have careers. There's a difference. That's another thing, collective. We're gonna talk about that, okay? It's a difference from having a job than having a career. Because see, he still has to go to school. Just like I still have to go to school. Yes, exactly. You see what I'm saying? So we're both every single day, even when he's off work, he's still in his iPad working, right? When I'm off work, I'm still on work because you guys are hitting me up. ABG, are you available today? Can we do this today? And I love how y'all respect my time because you'll be like, hey, listen, if you can't do it today, I get it. Like, just let me know, right? Because y'all know how booked and busy that you can get, right? And it's a very huge blessing. But then you have those people that, they don't get it, they don't care because you know why? They have a job. There's a difference from having a job and a career and building a business. Way different. So it's like you got people out here. Well, I go to work every day. Have you ever been an entrepreneur? Do you have a career where it demands you to go back to school and you have to do so then you got to work that job and you got to go back to school and y'all see what I'm saying? Until you feel them kind of shoes, stop coming and judging people because it is what it is. You have somebody making your schedule for you. They're telling you when to come in. Your spiritualists are they're having to that's why they have to practice obedience and discipline. We have to be both. Because if we're gonna lead, we gotta lead by example. And sometimes, y'all, it's a fucking rat race. You know what I'm saying? It's like, whew, now I'm on the road traveling. So it's like, okay, let me get my iPad, let me see who's booking, let me check my email, let me see who's communicating. You know what I'm saying? I'm like an octopus over here. You know what I'm saying? Hands everywhere. Okay? And I'm like, okay, you know, but I'm cool with it because I know how to multitask. But then there becomes a time where eclipse season comes in and it says, okay, VG, what we fixing to stop multitasking with? What are we going to stop giving our energy to? What are we going to stop dealing with? Okay? It's very, very important. And I feel like this conversation needed to be had because I kind of feel like I'm speaking for the whole collective whenever I speak about, what I feel. You know what I'm saying? Because I can feel y'all's energy. So it's like we all kind of there. You get tired of being that go to. You get tired of not being appreciated. You get tired of always putting in the work and doing everything. And then it's like, oh, well, here we are again. Well, that ain't going to work out. This ain't going. I don't need that kind of energy around me, first of all, okay? If you have a broke mentality, get your ass away from me. I can make shit happen, but I need you to get out of my way, right? Collective. That's why I said there was somebody I was talking to, and they kept saying, "Well, it's too late. I'm too old." What do you mean you're too late? You're too old, baby. I know 70-year-old women that get out here at 4 o'clock in the morning and fucking go to the gym, come in, shower, walk their dogs, and go run 3 businesses and make 3 streams of income, and don't take not one fucking medicine. Period. They take a vitamin. You want to know why? Because they got up and said, I don't want to be sick no more. And got themselves together. Got themselves out of a toxic marriage. You're not never too old to get up and do something. So if you got people like that sitting at your table and that's what this energy's giving, okay, Wheel of Fortune in reverse. I'm too tired, I'm too old, I'm too this, I'm too that. Why don't you? What if it actually worked out? What if it actually worked out? How about you start saying that to yourself, right? Something about this. All right, I love y'all. Okay, I'm gonna stop venting now. Maybe somebody needed to hear that. Tell me about this energy or spirit. Watching from afar, ready to attack you. Because you know that you're not too old. You know that you're not sick. You know that you can get up. You know that you can make things happen. And this has got somebody irritated. So now what are we going to do? We're going to go and we're going to attack their collective because they got it today and they knew that they was going to get they to-do list done. Even if I only got 2 fucking things done today, guess what? I did it. Greedy and murder was the case. See what I'm talking about? Mental illness and traumas. There's an obsessed ex-husband that is working with your family for your inheritance. Of course. Y'all see what I'm saying? They'll do anything for that good old pinnacle. They watch you over there. They watch you put in blood, sweat, and tears. Okay? And then they turn right around and it's like, no. No, what are you doing? You can't have nothing good in life. But they can though. Somebody's baby mama or baby daddy is delusional. They're fucking insane. Okay? And they need to go get the proper help they need. Because that's another thing that I don't understand, and I feel like that's gonna be addressed with this eclipse. Is somebody about to take off on their baby mama or baby daddy? Okay, why is it that you don't want to see me do good in life whenever your fucking children live in my home and I'm taking care of them? Why is it that you want to see me do bad? What is wrong with you? It stopped being about us whenever we found out we had a pregnancy test, okay? And we found out that we had a child. We should be trying to help one another, regardless if we're in a relationship or not. Stop being so fucking childish and grow the fuck up. Y'all see what I'm saying? Karmic mother lost in the sauce. Can't play them mind games any longer. See, because somebody karmic ass mama always in their ear. Can you not think for yourself? Are you going to keep on letting your mammy tie your shoe and go over here and do this and do that? When are you going to grow up and man up and be a man for once in your fucking life? Stop letting your mama hold your nutsack, okay? All right, y'all. Left without a notice. You got the fuck up out of there, collective. You're like, listen, if you're going to let your mama hold your nutsack, good. You're going to let your mama do everything, good, okay? Maybe you need to go marry your mama then, okay? Because y'all be on some weird type of time out here. And, collective, this is the type of shit that don't nobody want to address. You be like, what is wrong with you? Like, why do... Yeah. That's why Divine Feminine does not give a fuck about y'all coming around them kids. I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. Y'all get so angry with these mothers out here, and I'm talking to fathers too. Okay, but right now I'm talking about Divine Feminine. She don't give a fuck if you come see the kids, pay for the kids, visit them. Because you know what? She would rather work 2 or 3 motherfucking jobs, build 2 or 3 businesses, and do what she needs to do. Because she gets tired of dealing with you and your raggedy ass family and the drama that they come with. She would rather just do it by herself. Then she don't have your toxic ass. Then the kids don't pick up your toxic ass ways. And then y'all be mad because a motherfucker moves on to my, well, your child's 7, 8 years old. And you're like, well, that's my child. Well, ding, 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 ding. Oh, you finally realized it after 7 years? Where have you been for the last 10 years? Huh? Then you got your crazy ass mama over here coming with you saying, oh, well, you're just a bad mother. Well, how the fuck has this child survived the last 7 to 10 years since I'm such a bad parent? Like, what? Y'all see what I'm saying? So then you move on and they get angry, they get bitter, and they get mad. It's not our problem that your light bulb went off late. Because that child still needed somebody. Y'all see what I'm saying? So, with that being said, y'all see, it's like now all of a sudden you're the target because you went and you figured it out, Divine Feminine. How dare you go figure it out? Like, what's wrong with you? Why would you go and build a huge business and go be great so you can make sure that this motherfucker's child is eating and got clothes on their back and got shoes on their feet? Where did you become wrong for doing that? Give it, y'all. Can I tell y'all? Shit, people be backwards. Okay, I moved up out of the hood, right? Can I tell y'all what I was told? Well, we'd rather live over there than live over here. Do y'all know that where I was raised at, there was kids that was the age of 14 carrying guns bigger than them. It was not safe for the kids to go to the park. It wasn't safe to go to the grocery store. It wasn't safe to even fucking be in the house that you lived in. We left, and I come back, and the apartment had been shot up. Okay, if we would have been laying in that bed, I wouldn't be here today. Okay, and y'all know what? That night we had to leave because I was going to pick my keys up for a new apartment. The apartment got shot up the day before I moved me and my kids out of there. So, with that being said, you see what I'm saying? And it's like, what is it? How was that a safe environment? But motherfuckers got mad. They got so mad because I removed myself from that environment. I didn't give a fuck. I gave everything away, collective, everything. That's why I like, people's like, oh, you just like left everything. You know how many times I've done that in my life? Don't worship material things. Don't worship material things at all. Because you never know when circumstances come like that. And y'all, what's so crazy is none of the neighbors seen anything. But they unloaded a whole fucking clip in the window. But none of the neighbors seen anything. Exactly. Y'all, I'm just saying, like, you never know somebody's circumstance, and everybody's so quick to judge things, and they're like, oh well, why did you do this? What's going on here? Why do I have to fucking explain? Because it ain't none of your fucking business. You wasn't there, you didn't help, so just know that I got the fuck up out of there, okay? But yeah, see, that's warped thinking. See, that's where I can't connect with somebody. If you're telling me that you felt like we was living better here, and you had to wear a bulletproof vest, then Chad, I don't need you around me. I need you to get the fuck away from me. Cause do you know what it's like to lay on top of your kids, not knowing if they gonna motherfucking make it through the night because people so reckless around you, just shooting everywhere. Listen now, no, okay, you can have that, but whatever. Y'all see what I'm saying? No. And that's the thing is like, collective, when you find yourself in a very, very peaceful life now, and you're making different decisions for yourself, don't question yourself. Because if you come from the other side of the tracks, I don't even have to tell you. You be like, VG, listen, my peace. Yeah, my peace is so important. And y'all know what's so crazy is at that time, I had nowhere else to go. So I had to take my kids to that type of environment because I didn't have no support. I didn't have, that go-to system, right? So I just had to go with what I had, and that was it. But the same people that be talking about you be the same people that's got a silver spoon shoved up their ass too. They don't know what it's like to go hungry. They don't know what it's like to go and have to sleep at a mission and sleep on or to sleep in a neighborhood or sleep by a trap house because you don't have no nothing. I remember there was this chick. She used to always come play on my side of the tracks. Right, grandmama always write a check. Always getting her out of jail. Always doing shit. Right, and I asked her one day. I said, "Why you come over here?" I said, "I have to be here. Okay, I have to be here. So why you don't though? Cause she lived in a 3-story mansion, y'all, out deep out in the country. And I'm like, you come out here and you play around in these streets. where some of us have to stay. You know how blessed you are? But y'all, she was so gone on drugs and alcohol, she didn't give a fuck because she'd wreck her car. Hey, Granny, can you, yeah, take it over to the shop, fix the car. Well, hell, back then, some of us didn't have cars. And all you got to do is just call because you got drunk and ran off the road. And it's like, but y'all know how dangerous that is when you can pick up the phone and you literally have people that will come through for you because it's enabling that behavior. Y'all, she left her child there with me and my daughter for 3 days. She was drunk and on that dope. Out. Y'all see what I'm saying? I didn't call child protective services on her. I just took care of the baby. Me and my daughter did. And a lot of people tell me that I should have called them people on her and I should have done this and I should have done that, but I was her at one point in time. I knew what it was like to be strung out and coping because, first of all, she didn't know who the baby belonged to. She's still over here trying to find herself. Who was I to judge? I just know that baby needed to eat and he needed some love, and that was it. Well, years later, y'all ready for this? That same girl called and reported me and tried to have my children taken away. Do y'all see what kind of... Oh, honey, everything that she seen in my neighborhood, she took it back over to the other side of the tracks and she told, oh, well, they live like this, they do this, they do. And it's like, well, bitch, was you a monitoring spirit the whole time? Because you was sitting right over there and you was drinking and getting high with them people and you left your child with me and my daughter. And I kept calling and kept calling and kept calling and couldn't get you on the phone. Y'all, that's why I tell you, y'all got to be careful who y'all sitting with. Because this is supposed to be my best friend. Oh yeah. The baby went eventually she had to go back up there and stay with the grandmother. And she ended up having, I think, 2 more kids. Um and she don't want them either. And it's a sad thing, but now the kids are safe. They're good. You know what I'm saying? Um But she kept painting this picture like I was the bad person, and I got away from around her. And her grandmother saying like, "Whoa, what she didn't realize what she was feeding. She was feeding an addiction demon over here, and coming and saving her every time." And it was just so crazy because it was like, what is happening here? You know what I'm saying? And I remember a few years ago in a store, I seen her. And she was like, hey, y'all, she was so quacked out. Like, she didn't even... I was sitting there and I walked out to my car and I sat in my car and I prayed for that girl. And I was like, God, please grab a hold of her. Because I know that they already done had to take the kids away. You know what I'm saying? I already know that part. Just by the actions. I don't know, like, in the physical what has went down. But, spiritually, yeah, they was going to take them kids away. Um... But y'all, this is the same person that's sitting over here that was judging me, that house filthy, nasty, men in and out, I mean, it was awful. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly right. And I remember stopping by there one day, and y'all, I couldn't believe what I seen. I was like, what? I mean, old molded pizza boxes, the fucking cat shit all over the floor. It was inhumane for them kids to be living there. And you got babies in diapers crawling all in. I could. And then this is 3 years prior to the fact that you tried to call people on me. I'm sitting here like, you ain't never walked in my house and it looked like this. Are you kidding me? Everything that she told them people was exactly who she was. Told her my house was nasty. I didn't pay my bills. All kind of stuff. Child, listen. That was her whole story. That's when I started learning about like projection and people projecting their life onto you. I'm over here and I'm like, what the fuck just happened here? Pay attention, collective. These are the people that's being eclipsed out of your life, though. And it's not, you ain't doing it for no reason. You are not doing this for no reason. Trust and believe. That's why I say I just pray and I give them to God, because man, sometimes you don't even know what these people, what they done got themselves into, what's going on. And I am so thankful that, I wasn't given that silver spoon. So I'd be grateful. And I appreciate the things that I get in life, and I appreciate the people that help me in life and that is there for me. But and I don't treat them like they're just the trash on my shoes. And that's what everybody's being eclipsed out of your life is about to find out. They're not going to be able to step on you no more. They're not going to be able to throw you away like you're trash, because you're not going to answer that call. You ain't going to answer that phone. You ain't going to answer that email. They're not going to have no access to you, collective. They don't deserve access to you. Okay? And that's really, really important. They don't deserve it. Look at their actions and look what has happened here. I was put in the same situation where I could have took action and done something, but instead, I sit there. But whenever you got mad and you done some shit, and I didn't like it and I spoke on it, then you turn right around and you flip your whole life and say that it's mine. Hell to the no. What the fuck is wrong with you? But y'all, that's the world that we live in, right? That's what people do. Mm-hmm. So it's like, jealousy led them to a dark place. Because, see, this is the thing, y'all, is where I didn't have no silver spoon. This person, I had to get up and go to work. You know what I'm saying? Because the kid's dad was in and out. He was dealing with his own struggles, whatever the case may be. So I had to pay bills. I had to work 16 hours a day. So, like, I'm sitting here and I'm like, some of the stuff that you're saying is not even possible that I could be doing, because I'm over here on a clock working 16 hours a day. Do you know what it's like to go hit a clock for 16 hours a day? No, you know what it's like to walk in there and get a check wrote to you and you go to the bank and cash it, or you get some money transferred over. That's what you know. I don't know anything about that. Uh-huh. Yeah. It's it's a very, very interesting time, and it's like, man, collective, can I tell y'all something? Y'all come through for me more than people's got my bloodline running through them. Believe that shit. Yeah. And say 64 people, that's a 10. And look, 46, that's a 10. 10 is a completion of a cycle. If the energy ain't reciprocated, folks gotta go. Trying to sneak away from this occult. Because, see, a lot of these people done clicked up with these organizations and all this other stuff and doing this and doing that. Y'all, I'm going to tell y'all, it's so crazy, because I was warned about people too as well. And I didn't want to listen. Hey, Auntie Kim, I didn't want to listen. I'm over here and I'm like, one of my homegirls, she said, hey, man, you can't trust her. Like, she a snake for real. And I'm like, sis, what are you talking about? Like, she don't even come off like that. Woo, woo, woo. She was like, man, I'm telling you, her and her people, they ain't shit. I was like, I'm thinking, okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just kind of tucked it back there and didn't say nothing. But then I started noticing certain things. And I'm like, whoo, damn. Then I had another individual come to me. You need to be careful doing such and such, doing business with them, whatever. Why are all y'all getting the same reputation? Because he wasn't just that person, it was the grandmother too. And I'm like, y'all, it took me about 8 years. When all of this shit started coming out, I was like, what the fuck is going on here? It was like a Lifetime movie at this point. I was like, what? Confirmation. Very interesting. Can I tell y'all something? This situation that I'm talking about is what caused my spiritual awakening. Yes. This situation here is what helped me really, really start to wake up. And I'm like, what in the entire yeah. I felt like my life was like a Lifetime movie. Yeah. I was like, what the fuck just happened here? And my same homegirl that tried to warn me was still out there and she had my motherfucking back. Like, she was like, no, that ain't, no, y'all ain't finna run up on my girl like that. Like, she was out here and I told her, I called her, I said, sis, quit fighting everybody on the internet, okay? I said, let them believe what they want to. Because, y'all, she had my back. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. So, that's why, like, a lot of y'all, whenever y'all like VG, you ain't gonna believe what happened. I'm like, shit. If I told you if I went in depths of this story here, y'all be like, what? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Um, it's almost like now that I look back on this, right? I kind of feel like she was sent to come and get me because I found out that later on I had a past life in this town where I ended up, right? But see, that's a whole nother message. It gets deep. It's like, because when I got there, I recognized this place. It was like deja vu, like I had been there before. And it was like, I remember the first time we ever walked into the Walmart, these people just looked, and I was like, why are they? Y'all remember Get Out, that movie Get Out? Y'all know how all them people they looked whenever she'd bring dude from the city? That's how they looked at me. And I'm like, what is weird stuff started happening. Well, I got a job in the little town, and certain people would come up and be like, "Yeah, we know where you live at. You live over there on such and such street." And I'm like, "Yeah, I just moved in there." Well, come to find out, one of the girls, she just lived in that house and she moved out. Y'all, everything took off from there. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, what in the fuck? Y'all know how you say sometimes you feel like people orchestrate certain things to get you certain places and things like that? Y'all literally live that. Because I was supposed to go to Alabama with my job because there was a contract that my boss was getting. But I end up not getting that, and I done a detour and went over here with the so-called best friend. Whole life got flipped upside down. It took 1 year. 1 year. And shit hit the fan. But remember what I said. I was supposed to go to Alabama and work a contract, but I didn't. My boss didn't get it. So I was like, all right, well, then I'm going to move up here. And I still work for my boss. But then whenever I had the commute back and forth, I was like, well, this job's like 5 minutes away from the house and it pays good money. Confirmation. Y'all, I felt like I walked into a jail cell at that point. Whenever I walked into that town, it was like I was caged in. I just everybody was walking toward me from each direction, and it was like, okay, what just happened here? In 2022, I just packed up my vehicle and I was like, okay, I'm leaving all this shit behind. I got to get the fuck up out of here. And y'all, I left. So it's like now when you try to cage me in, I'm paying attention to every little detail, every little thing that's going on around me, because the way that that shit was orchestrated, and whenever I found out all the people that was involved, oh, you can't tell me shit now, because now I'm looking at people, places, things, everything. I'm like, no. The moment that I feel that something's off, we gotta go. I'm leaving it. I don't give a fuck what's there, whatever it is, right? Pay attention whenever you see things like that, because a lot of times, man, you will see a situation and you'll be like, man, why does this feel so? Because that could be connected to your past life. Do you believe in that though? You know what I'm saying? It's all about your belief system. Something about that, right? Yeah. All right. Tell me what's going on with you. Yeah, there's a message coming in. Yeah, it is. And it sounds so like far fetched and wild. And then I started finding out about the Wicca and the witchcraft, and yeah, I didn't live very far from the Blair Witch damn cave. Maybe like 2 counties over from there in Tennessee. Yeah, it was like very, very weird. And before I knew like what angel numbers was, right? Y'all know what the area that what their numbers start with, 666. And I was always told 666 was the evil number. Yeah. Um and I thought it was evil, and I was like, well, why is these people like they're weird? Something's going on. Like they was weird, but I didn't understand what that number meant either. And then I started really, like I said, my awakening happened there. Then I started having dreams about certain people in this town, right? And I'm sitting here and I'm like, why am I having these type of dreams? What's going on? One of the elder women, she came in my dream and she was telling me, she said, we've been waiting on you. We've been waiting on you. And I'm like, what? And she had all these tarot cards, y'all. Okay. And they was all mixed up. And she had boxes and boxes of them in my dreams. And I'm like, okay, first of all, you got all these cards mixed up. She said, well, I don't know how to read them. She said, but we know that you do. And I'm like, yeah, I can read the cards. And there was a old lady that come out, okay, on the out of this room when she was in a wheelchair. And she looked like she was scared, kind of like, are you gonna help me, what's going on? And this woman's bringing all these cards to me, and I'm sitting here and I'm saying, what's going on? Like, why are you wanting me to do this? Well, this lady's trying to talk to me, and she goes over there and she pushes her back in there. She's like, you just go in there, you just mind your business, pretty much, right? And y'all, I woke up in cold sweats. This woman was asking me to read her future to her. And whenever I started reading her future to her, it was like I was trying to fight myself to get up out of this dream, because I was telling her family was setting her up. Well, about 6, 7 months after I had that dream, because I told her, I said, you're not seeing something correctly. Y'all, in real time, I found out that this woman had to have eye surgery and she was going blind. And it was like in that dream, I was trying to warn her. Like, they're trying to make sure you don't see something. Because, y'all, this woman was loaded with money. Money was not a problem for her. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, what is going on here? She was like, yeah, we was waiting on you. So, have you ever been to a place like that? Now, see, you could be, y'all, okay, with Pisces right now with this eclipse. Are you, like, going back to certain places, certain dreams, whatever the case may be? What did it say here? Focusing on dreams, subconscious messages, spiritual growth, and letting go of illusions and past wounds. So there was some kind of past wound, y'all, that I had in this town, but I had to go back and visit, right? So I'm over here, and it's very, very strange, because I'm like, what in the hell has happened? And then I got my birth chart reading done, right? And the young guy, he told me, he said, you know that you was burned at the stakes in that town. And then this woman come in my dreams and was saying that we was waiting on you to come. What? Yes. So I get to digging, okay? And there is a family that lives in this town that wrote a book. Do y'all know in 1903 they burnt a witch at the stakes in the middle of that town? I didn't tell my astrology person that. I just told them that I was in Tennessee. I didn't give them no locations. I didn't tell them like nothing about this place. And that's when shit started getting real for me because I was like, whoa, yeah. So that's why you could be like sub.
You should better out than in. You gotta be subconscious.
Because somebody's full of shit. They don't understand that you have been somewhere or a certain place or you was placed in that because y'all, can I tell y'all something? When that shit went down, everything got dismantled in that town. Okay? For all the way up to law enforcement. Courts, people, places, things like got dismantled. People lost their jobs, certain things. Yeah, it was a lot of corruption. Okay, so that's whenever I started understanding my assignment. I'm like, so is that since y'all done that to me in the past life, was I supposed to come back and now I got justice, right? Because I was trying to help heal kids in the past life. And they thought that I was trying to hurt them, but I was actually healing them. Okay. So that was the thing is like, what's going on here? Same picture got painted this lifetime. Remember with the friend? I stayed there and took care of her kids while she was out partying. Yes. And then just a couple years later, she's over here and she's doing this and doing that. And I'm like, what just happened here? Yeah. Projecting her mental health illness and all of this stuff that onto me when I didn't even know who you was and I let you in my house with a newborn baby. I thought you was some girl that was out on the streets and you done ended up in the projects where I'm from. Like, you know what I'm saying? We help folks. Like, and it was cold outside. The fuck? Like, I'm not finna have you and a baby sitting out there in the middle of the motherfucking winter time. But the whole time you got somewhere to live. Y'all, yeah, the story was crazy. I'm like, hey, what the hell just happened here? Yes, uh-huh. Oh, it's going down. Y'all, I'm telling you, a lot of shit is going down. Yeah. Uh-huh. And they're all connected though. That man was treating his damn his people like slave workers. Not wasn't feeding them or nothing. Like, y'all, that shit's crazy. Yeah. Yeah. Um yeah, your cousin's in there. Is that on your
That's not David side. That's Tim's side. That's Tim's side. I'm not doing this with you.
Yeah, you don't have to do it with me because it's true. Yeah. Mhm. It feels good outside, don't it?
Hell yeah.
Uh-huh.
Love it.
Yeah. You ain't getting on my cookie, so. Mm-mm. No, no, no. Don't be giving me them eyes. Yeah. Okay, y'all. VG about to go smoke a cigarette. I'll be back in a few minutes, okay? And we're gonna hop into these $20 mini reads, alright, y'all? But okay, me saying all of that to say this, you could be re-looking back at something, maybe in your dreams, your subconscious, with this eclipse, and you don't put all the puzzle pieces together like I have. That's why I don't look at nothing as a coincidence now, because I'm like, that's like whenever my mentor, I first got a reading from her. Y'all, this woman, she didn't know me from nobody. She was right here on YouTube. Baby, she told me things about myself that I ain't never told nobody. I had a stray cat. His name was Jasper to come around. I didn't tell this woman about my cat. She said, "You got an orange cat. Looks like Garfield over there. He wants some tuna and hot milk and warm milk." Y'all, this cat showed up 3 days before I got my reading from her. Only tarot card reading that I had ever paid for off somebody from YouTube. Baby, she changed my life. She changed, yeah, she changed my life. And I remember the advice that she gave me, and I always pass it on. You got to have tough skin in these spiritual streets. You can't take shit personal, and you got to know that everybody ain't for you. And I don't know where she is now, and I miss the fuck out of her. And I always pray that God is watching over her and um, the babies. I know she's watching from afar at some point, but she taught me a whole lot. Um, Light Feather, she knows who she is. I don't know if you guys know who she is, but she was an amazing woman, and she impacted my life something serious. And she tried to warn me. She told me, she was like, it's a real spiritual warfare. She was like, everything in your life, VG, that you thought was real, she said, you're gonna find out it was all a lie. And y'all, 2025, I'm sitting here and I'm saying she was right. Everything was a lie. But I also, back then, I couldn't understand why she couldn't tell me everything, y'all, because she wasn't supposed to, because I was supposed to. That's what helped me tap into myself spiritually and help me evolve. um but yeah, a lot of times, you know how we say past, present, and future. She was reading my future for me, about my past, what I was going to find out, right, in that present moment. And I remember she always tell me, write everything down. hmm She'd say, write stuff down. Any messages you get, make sure you tag a date with that and write it down. And she'd say, pay attention to everything, the numbers, people, their actions. She said, you're not being paranoid. She said, because everything, spirit will send you a message through so many things. And y'all, she really, really, in a small period of time, she helped guide me in a different place, and she saved my life. Um, because I didn't know what was going on around me, and the people, places, and things I was dealing with didn't have no good intentions for me. And she kept me from getting unalived multiple times. And she taught me a lot. And it's really, really important. And it's like she almost passed the torch to me. And it's like now, there was a time I was afraid to give those type of messages, because I'd call her and I'd be like, I mean, what am I supposed to do? When she'd give me tough love, she'd say, just give the message. You don't know how many lives you're saving. She was like, I don't care what people say or that they're going to say this, they're going to say that. She was like, you have that special gift and you need to be helping people with it. And that's it. That's all. And that's whenever everybody started separating. They started separating because when they found out I was a seer and I could see, oh, it was a problem.
You motherfucker.
Get down. But yeah, when people find out what you can do, they they'll start separating from you. And they will get away from your ass, okay? And don't take it personal. Because can I tell you something? Whenever they ass get away, that gift's gonna get stronger, okay? I'm gonna leave y'all with that. I'm going downstairs to smoke. I'll be right back, okay? Hey guys, all right, I'm back. Sorry. All right. So yeah, with this energy here, y'all, this eclipse energy, you're breaking out of a lot of illusions, okay, and a lot of truth that's coming out and happening. So yeah, about the sneaky shit that's been going on behind your back, possibly with an Empress in reverse that you don't communicate with, okay, and yeah, this is gonna help you get your new beginning. All right, tell me what's going on here. The Wheel of Fortune. The wheel is moving for you, collective, okay? And somebody is not celebrating. And this corruption is over. Ten of Cups in reverse. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. There's some people fixing to be very, very heartbroken and very upset, okay? Ace of Cups in reverse. Because you are defending yourself and you're protecting yourself. While they over here trying to make you juggle something, there's a Knight of Swords being stopped in their tracks, okay? Somebody here, they're thinking about 3 betrayals that they put you through or what they've done here. Yeah, playing with the devil here. Two of Cups in reverse. This could have been an ex-lover here. It's no more illusions, okay? You're sitting in this Queen of Pentacles energy and looking at something from the childhood here. This definitely could be from the past. Possibly from a King of Cups. This could be a water sign, okay? That's being stopped dead in their tracks. Or somebody just don't have any emotions, okay? Yeah, there's some news coming. Possibly from a child. Or somebody that's childish, okay? There's somebody's under judgment. Could be with the officials, okay? With the King of Swords, judgment card. Somebody ain't celebrating no more. They don't have no strength either. Being left out in the cold. I heard you with somebody's source, okay? High Priestess. Something about this. You was somebody's source here. Tell me about this energy here, Spirit. Yeah, there's a visitor popping up on somebody's baby's daddy here. Baby's father. They need to ask them some questions about the past. Your protection is strong at this time. Y'all, I had another spirit guide that had to take a rest that has popped back up, and I know she's about to hit the fan, okay? Domestic abuse from the past people is being revealed. Yeah, this could have been somebody who put their hands on you. The tables is turned here. Yeah. Abuse of technology by your stalking family, friends, and co-workers. That made my shoulder hurt right here. There could be some kind of fake accounts that got shut down. Forgiveness was a lesson. Mental breakdown happening to your karmic daughter as well. That possibly worked with this abusive baby's father. Somebody's addiction has him hitting rock bottom. Son, daughter was planning with a karmic father, divine feminine to end you. Yep. Could have got the kids and everybody involved. Tell me about this energy here, Spirit. Thank you guys for the donations. I appreciate it. Walked away. Yep, you walked away and this caused some problems here. The courts know why you walked away. Or somebody in the Hierophant. I feel like this King of Swords knows why you walked away from a son, a daughter, and a baby's father. Okay. High Priestess. Six of Pentacles. And you become very successful. After leaving these circumstances, this situation, people behind. Because they was causing a lot of illusions. The Chariot could be coming and picking these people up, okay? Ooh, y'all, this energy's heavy. Look, that's the truth. Yeah, these three opportunists. Thank you, I appreciate that. They can't be cruel to you no more. Oh, yeah. I feel y'all, yeah. That's how I feel right now. I just woke up from a nap after my shower, and yeah. Whoo-wee. So they're not celebrating, let me tell you something. And you over here having strength. They want to know how you know exactly what's been going on. Y'all, my spirit guy that showed back up, listen now, he's a savage. Yeah, he said he's been paying attention. Everything's been going on, and it's about to go down. Yeah. Ooh-wee. All right, y'all. I'll be back in a little while, okay? I'm going to try to find some food and relax for a little bit. I want to send everybody some love, light, and healing. Y'all, listen, take this time to really, really do some self-reflection, okay? And release. And cleanse, okay? Just keep cleansing your space, your mind, your body, your soul, okay? I'll see y'all soon. Talk to you later.